All right, welcome back to a special episode of StichMethod. I just announced on my channel I'm going to start making some videos for beginner mindsets, people who want to learn the fundamentals of guitar, and this happens to be one of those videos, all about the CAPO. Now before we begin, please make sure you hit that subscribe button and share this with anyone who you think will learn from it. All right, with that being said, let's get down to it. The CAPO, all right? They're everywhere. You see them everywhere, and there's a lot of questions that go into this when I teach students how to use them. Now, the first thing I want to say is there's three types of capos. There's the spring capo, there is the fabric capo with a little metal piece, and there are kind of clamp capos that kind of clip on, kind of clamp like this. It doesn't matter which one you have. A capo right now is a capo is a capo. If you have a hard time squeezing springs, a clip capo or the fabric capo might work for you. And it is my firm belief that you do not need an $80 capo. You can go and get any capo you find in the music store. This is a Dunlop capo. I have Kaiser capos. Anything like this will do you. It doesn't need to break the bank. So let's move forward. What does a capo do? Well, there's three main reasons that you would use a capo. I'm going to put this down and it's going to make a clink. Sorry about that. The three reasons that you would use a capo. Number one, if you really don't like bar chords that much, or if you're learning bar chords and you need to play a song, this will help you with that. Number two, if you're a singer-songwriter and you're trying to sing someone else's song, or sing a song that you wrote actually, and it's in a key that you really don't know all the chords for, and you can't play it live comfortably. Let's say you write a song that's in the key of A, there's a C-sharp minor bar chord, there's an F-sharp minor bar chord, and if you don't want to be thinking about those while you're playing, if it hinders your playing, then you want to use a capo. The third reason that I can think of you want a capo is if you're playing with another guitar player and they're playing some chords down here and you don't want to sit and play the same chords, you kind of want to play chords of different voicings, and I'll show you an example of that later in the video. And so using the capo to add different voicings that you're comfortable playing so that two guitar players can have their own space is another reason. So let's get down to the first example where we need to sing a song that is in a key that we can't play the bar chords in. So we need to transpose on the guitar neck, move on the guitar neck to some place where we can play comfortable chords. And we need to discuss that first. What do I mean by comfortable chords? Well, acoustic guitar players and singer-songwriters you find usually write with two different sets of chords, what I call a C open set and a G open set. You need to know them, and I'm pretty sure you do, if not all of them. Okay, so the idea is the first set we're going to call the open C grouping, which is C major, D minor, E minor, F major. You can play the F like this, you can play the F like this. If you want to play the F like this, that's fine. G major, A minor, and and G7, G7. Don't listen to me. That's your first chord grouping. If you're saying, okay, yeah, I know those chords, there's a reason to know those chords. They're very easy to play in open position, and those are the chords that you want to physically play when you're using a capo. The other set is the open G set, and these chords are G, A minor, B minor. Now, B minor, some people do play as a bar chord, but you don't have to. There's a cheating method, which is 2, 3, 4 from the thin strings up, strum from the D string if you want to. Okay, that's your B minor. All right, so you have G, A minor. We'll use the easy B minor. C, G, A, B, C, D major, if I know what I'm doing, E minor, and D7. Now this is the G string open set. Us players, when we're singing and we want to be comfortable, we're probably going to use those two sets. And the idea is, well, let's say we come across a song that is in the key of A, and the chords are A to F sharp minor, C sharp minor, and D. And it's like, well, how the heck do we play that? I want to play that song. But I can't play those bar chords. Well, this is what we do. I have a sheet that's going to pop up here, all right? This sheet is a really cool sheet I designed. There's going to be two of them, and if you want to buy them so you can have them to print out in front of you, they'll be linked in the comment section or the description, or on my website, StichMethod.com. Now, this chart shows you, the one in front of you is going to show you the C grouping. Now, if you look in teal, you have those chords I said, the C, the D minor, the E minor, the F, the G, and the A minor. They are numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and you can see that the G7 is an asterisk for number 5. It's just a dominant 5 chord. You don't have to worry about that. in a bit, you will, maybe. But the idea is these are those chords. Now, if you look further down, you're going to see, I'm going to grab my sheet so I can actually be consistent with what I'm teaching you. If you look further down, you're going to see that we have some different keys in red and capos in blue. And let's say I have a song starting in the key of D. Well, if I'm not comfortable playing all the chords in the key of D, because there is an F sharp minor chord in there, a bar chord, and sometimes we don't want to play it, we can take the capo, move it to the 2nd fret, and now, check this out, our C shape up in teal, our C chord, is now going to become the D chord. The D minor chord shape that you were playing now becomes the E minor chord. If you play the E minor chord shape that's up in teal, you'll see that it does in fact become the F sharp minor chord. So now let me show you with my capo. I'm just going to grab my capo here, and I'm going to put my capo on the 2nd fret. If I have a song in D, in the key of D, and I don't like playing those bar chords, just like I showed you, my C chord here is now a D. My D minor chord here is now an E minor. And my E minor chord here is now my F sharp minor chord. So if I had a song that went D to E minor to F sharp minor, you know, I'm playing them with a familiar chord set. And that's what a capo is for. Let's take a look if you need something in the key of E. All right, the key of E is a doozy if you don't play a lot of bar chords. You have an F sharp minor chord to deal with, you have a G sharp minor chord to deal with, and a C sharp minor chord to deal with. And so if you are not comfortable, well, okay, I can move my capo to the 4th fret. And now what this chart and this bearded dude on YouTube is telling me is that if I play my C shape, which is chord number 1, that is actually an E chord now. If I play my D minor shape, which is the 2nd chord, that's now an F sharp minor, and it is. If I play the E minor shape, that is in fact my G sharp minor chord. If I play my F shape, that is my A chord. If I play my G shape, that is my B chord. And if I play my A minor shape, that is my C sharp minor chord. Look at that, you don't have to play any bar chords. That is the job of the capo. And I'll play some stuff for you in a little bit, but these charts will help you out. And the way the charts work is you have a C shape chart and a G open shape chart. And I'll get to that in a couple of seconds. And if you have songs that have all these different bar chords in it, you look on the chart for which key it is, and those chords are in there. They're the purple, little tiny ones. And you go to that capo, you go to that fret, put the capo on, and now you have your familiar physical chords to play with. Let's go over to the G sheet, okay? You can hear me turning my paper. All right, so same thing, look up top. We have now the chords that go in the open G grouping, which is G, A minor, B minor, C, D, E minor, and D7. And those are numbered 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a starred 5, okay? And that's because the D7 chord can be played anytime that we want a D chord. And a lot of songwriters use this chord, so I threw it in there. And so now, if I wanted something, let's just say, again, I have something in the key of A, I really want to sing it, but I'm not comfortable. There's a C sharp minor bar chord in there. Well, I can put my capo on the 2nd fret. I can see that the chords of the song are A, C sharp minor, and D. And it's like, okay, well, I can put my capo on the 2nd fret, and now my C chord, I'm totally lying to you, sorry, my G chord, if I knew what I was doing. My G chord is now my A chord. My A minor chord is now my B minor chord. Okay, my B minor chord that I had here is now my C sharp minor. All right, and let's keep going. My C chord is my D chord. My D chord is my E chord now. My E minor chord is my F sharp minor chord. All right, and my D7 is now an E7. And so you can use this chart and a capo to play any song you want with familiar, physical, open chords, as we call them, so that you don't have to think that much, right? And that's the idea, is you want to play guitar nicely. You want to sing nicely. You don't have to sweat playing bar chords and being like, oh my God, I'm going to screw this up. So this chart is designed to show you how to do it. Now, I will say one thing before we move forward. Okay, on this chart, I have really just the whole name keys, A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. Let's just say you needed the key of C sharp. All of a sudden, somebody says this is in the key of C sharp, and you look at the chart and you go, oh my God, there's no C sharp. No, you just find a C and you add 1 fret. So if I was on the G chart, it says the key of C would be capo 5, but if we're in C sharp, okay, I'm just going to raise it up to the 6th fret. Okay, and if you need a flat, say we're in the key of E flat, and I'm looking at my, let's say C, the C sheet. Okay, I'm going to change my sheet as well. You can see that, oh, actually, yeah, the key of E, excuse me, or E flat, and we have, we're using the C-shaped chords. Well, the key of E would be capo 4th fret. Okay, E flat, we're going to subtract 1. It's going to go down to the 3rd fret. And so I just want to throw that at you. Now, this is just going to show you how to move your capo so that you can play the chords you know to any song that you want to play. All right, and that's an important thing to do when you're a singer-songwriter or an acoustic player and you want to be able to play the chords you know and you're working on bar chords. All right, so hopefully you're still with me. Let's talk about another idea behind the capo, which this is a little bit more advanced. I'm not going to lie to you, but it does play well. The idea is, if you're playing with another player, okay, and they're playing a simple song down here, like, hey buddy, let's write a song, and the chords are, I'm just gonna put my capo down, excuse me. The chords are, you know, G, C, E minor, to D. And you're like, well, I only know how to play those chords pretty much up here, and I can play like the C chords and stuff. And you want to add to their chord progression, but you don't want to sit and play the same chords, because why are you there? You want to add something, and let's say you're still learning bar chords, you can't change the bar chords too quickly. Well, let me show you how this works. You are looking for your chord set that you can play. In this case, if you like your C chord set, which are, like I showed you, C, D minor, E minor, F, and G, and A minor, what you do is this. This is cool, all right? So just watch me. And there's no chart for this. This is just like a bonus section. This is in the key of G. It's G, C, D, E minor. Okay, you need to know it's a 1, 4, and 5, and a 6 in the key of G. Keys are out there. We can study them all later in a different video. And so my first chord is a G. And so you start going from the open, and as you come down 1 fret, you count backwards down the chromatic scale. Now I should put the chromatic scale right up on the screen for you. Now watch. I have a G chord, and it's open position. So now I count backwards from G, 1st fret, F sharp, 2nd fret, watch this, F. Just keep on counting backwards, all right? And then 3rd fret, E, okay? 4th fret, D sharp, 5th fret, D, 6th fret, C sharp, 7th fret, C. And you're like, yeah, okay, cool. So now you put the capo on the 7th fret, and we have now your ability to say, well, I'm going to play my C chord set. And now when he's playing his G's, C, D, and E minors, you can add a new flavor of the same exact chords but in a different place. And as a matter of fact, I pre-recorded something and I'm going to show you. One track is the open G, and the other one is the C shapes. And now I have the same chords going, same exact chords, in different places known as different voicings, and they're going to add to the melody. Hope you enjoy this. All right, so I just want to do that one more time. I hope you enjoyed that. And it shows you can really add to the moment when you're playing with someone. So let's just say we're a guy's playing a song and you ask him what key is it. It says it's the key of D. Okay, and you're like, I can play my G chord set or my C chord set, and you're looking for the letter C or G. Okay, watch this. On open fret, D. Great, cool. 1 fret down, C sharp. 2nd fret, C. You're like, oh wait, I just said C. Okay, I could capo 2nd fret, and now I can play my C chord sets and still get the same chords, but that's too close to where it is. Okay, so C, right? Let's keep going, all right? We have B, 3rd fret, 4th fret, A sharp, 5th fret, A, 6th fret. It's hard to squeeze this capo. G sharp, 7th fret, G. There it is. All right, cool. So now I can play my G chord sets on the 7th fret, and I have my G, my A minor, my B minor, my C, my D, and my E, and those chords are going to be in the key of D, D's, G's, and A's, and you can play with them. You can study this and figure this out. This is just a bonus section. So now I hope I didn't confuse you too much. Again, those charts are going to help you. If you want to support StichMethod, you can buy both those charts, and you can have them and really study and understand how to move a capo around to play any song you want. And if you're jamming with someone, all you got to do is that backwards chromatic trick, and you'll be able to play the same chords but in different places using the open chord positions that we love so much on acoustic guitar. And so this is one of my first lessons for beginners. I know it's like, a ton of information. It's not over your head, it's just a ton of information. But I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for being here. Share and subscribe if you like, and I'll talk to you guys soon. All right, and if you want to practice this stuff, I forgot to mention, I do have a Patreon account, and on my Patreon account is a tier called Practice Sessions and Bonus Lessons. Now, it is being populated with some beginner stuff, but this lesson will be there and how I would practice this stuff, and so you can practice with me. With that being said, again, thank you for being here. See you guys soon. Take care. Bye-bye.